Hey everyone, this is Mr. Molo with the 5.4 puzzle time. So the joke for this one is, what has four legs but can't walk? So if you remember from the lesson, so we're either going to be selecting one solution and then either selecting what the solution is, no solutions, or many solutions. So if you remember one solution right away, we're going to be able to see that they have different x's and y's, or y's. One of them just has to be different. No solution and many solutions are a little tougher to see because my example in the video before was they could be like fractions, but they could be like not simplified. So it could be like 5x and 10y, and then 1x and 2y, and you're going to be like, Mr. Molo, those aren't the same, but really 5 over 10 and 1 over 2 are the same. Or they can even be like, 4 over 8, and you'll say, but Mr. Molo, 4x and 5x aren't the same. Well, you're right, but they all simplify to the same thing. So you kind of got to be careful with those many solutions, no solutions. So remember, if it's a no solution, the numbers are going to be the same, or the variables are going to be the same. So we're going to have the same x's and same y's, but those numbers are going to be different. And then for many solutions, everything is going to have to be the same. So if we look at number 1, we have our y's the same, y and y. We have our x's, though, are 3x and negative 3x. And I can't really multiply by anything to make them both the same, because if I multiply this one by negative 1, and then I multiply, then I'm going to have a negative y and a positive y, and that's not going to be the same. So I know right away that it's going to be different. My x's are going to have to be different. So I know it's not many solutions, and I know it's not no solution. So I know it's either E or F. And it looks like E and F both have my y being 8. So I just need to figure out if my x is 0 or my x is 16. So I'm going to plug it in for the top one. I don't want to deal with negatives. So instead of y equals, we know both answers have y as 8. So I'm going to put 8 equals 3x plus 8. I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. 8 minus 8 is 0. So 0 equals 3x. And then we find out that 0 divided by 3 is 0. So my solutions there is E. 0, 8 is my one solution. All right, if I look at number 2, I have 4x minus 5y equals 9. Then I have negative 8x plus 10y equals negative 18. So again, kind of like what I was talking about. They don't look like they're the same, but really some of these are going to end up being the same. To get from 4 to 8, 5 to 10, 9 to 18, I could multiply by a negative 2. So negative 2 times all of those. So negative 2 times 4x is negative 8x. Negative 2 times negative 5y is a positive 10y. And negative 2 times a positive 9 is a negative 18. So now if I look at it, I have a negative 8x and a negative 8x. That's the same. Positive 10y, that's the same. Negative 18, that is the same. Everything is the same. So it's going to be infinitely many solutions. All right, here I have 5x and 7x and 5y and 14y and 10 and negative 28. So kind of looks like I can maybe multiply by something here, but 5 times something to give me 7, that's going to be a fraction. It's going to be whatever, 7/5. And 5 times 7/5 isn't going to give me 14. So I know that my x's and y's aren't going to be the same. So it can't be many solutions, and it can't be no solutions. And again, both my y's here are 6. So I just need to figure out if my x is negative 4 or if my x is 8. So I'm going to do the same thing I did on number 1. 5x minus, and my y we know is 6 because that's the only option they give us here, equals 10. So I got 5x minus 30 equals 10. It's a minus 30, so I'm going to add 30 to both sides. I get 5x equals 40. And then divide both sides by 5. So I figure out that x equals 8. All right. Number 4, I have negative 28x plus 14y equals 42. Then I have 2x minus y equals 3. So let's try to get these to be the same here. So to get from 2 to 28 and 1 to 14, I can multiply this by negative 14. If I multiply everything on the bottom by negative 14, 2x times negative 14 is negative 28x. Okay, good start. We got a negative 28 and a negative 28. Negative 14y times a negative 1y gives us a positive 14y. Okay, another good. 14y, those are the same. And then negative 14 times 3 gives us a negative 42. So close. So I have negative 28x for both of them. I have positive 14y for both of them. But here, it says it equals 42. And here it says it equals negative 42. So almost everything's the same. So that's going to be a no solutions on that one. Ooh, this one's going to be a little tougher because they aren't exactly the same. Okay, so I'm going to subtract 6x from each side so that they look kind of similar. So then I got y minus 6x equals negative 17. So I got y and 2y, negative 6x and negative 12x. Some of you might be seeing the pattern. Hey, Mr. Molo, times by 2 so that they look similar. So that's what I'm going to do, times everything by 2. So y times 2 is 2y. So that's the same, 2y and 2y. 2 times negative 6x is negative 12x. Again, that's the same, negative 12x, negative 12x. And then 2 times negative 17 is negative 34. And again, that's the same. So everything's the same. They both have a positive 2y, they both have a negative 12x, and they both have a negative 34. Okay? Ooh, this one's a little tougher here. So this one kind of the same thing. None of it looks like it's going to be the same, but I can multiply them to make them the same. So 4 and 3, just change colors. I can multiply this side by 4, nope, other way around. I can multiply this by 3 and this by 4, and we'll see if we can make them the same. Or I could just multiply the bottom by 4/3, but that's a lot of fractions. Okay, so 3 times negative 4x is negative 12x, 3 times 4y is 12y, and 3 times 13 is 39. Then I multiply the bottom by 4, I get 12x, I get 12y, and I get 76. So again, x's are the same, y's are the same, but numbers are not going to be the same. So this is going to be one of those that's a no solution. So then the answer to our question, or to our joke, is what has 4 legs and can't walk? It is a table.